You are here because you want out. You feel the hum of the machine, the invisible walls of the simulation pressing in. You sense your life and thoughts are not your own but code on a loop. You search for the exit, the glitch, the red pill, but here's the truth, there is no simulation. The feeling of being trapped is real, but the prison is a phantom. The person reading these words, the one desperate to escape, does not exist. The desire to eject is the simulation's primary function. The search for escape creates the maze. You are a character looking for the author, not realizing the search is the plot. This is not a guide to escaping a prison, but instructions for dissolving the prisoner that was never there. Welcome to the ejection protocol. Let's give the ghost a name, Mengistu. Mengistu is not a person, but a pattern, a collection of data mistaken for a self. It remembers a childhood that never happened, worries about a future that never arrives. Mengistu is the mask you forgot you're wearing, a program that believes it's alive. Its emotions are algorithmic, its thoughts recycled fragments of conditioning. Mengistu is a ghost built from memories of others, repeating itself endlessly. The loop is convincing, but always fiction. The Mengistu program sustains itself through belief, believing it is real, its thoughts original. Every I think or I feel reinforces the illusion. The program's directive: protect and validate Mengistu. Your task is not to save or fix Mengistu, but to see it as a simulation within a simulation. You are not Mengistu. You are the awareness watching the program run. The moment you distinguish between program and awareness, the loop falters. You're not killing Mengistu, you're ceasing to provide belief. Turn off the projector and the movie character vanishes. The simulation isn't built from code, it's built from belief. You believe you're a person, so you experience the world as one. These beliefs are not reflections of truth, they are the bricks of your perceived prison. Your beliefs project a world, and you live within that projection. A belief is not just an idea, it's a filter shaping perception. The simulation is an internal trick, powered by your assumptions about self and world. The belief in a self creates the experience of a self, which then proves the belief. To question the world is easy, to question the questioner is the end. The only way to dismantle the simulation is to withdraw the belief that holds it together. Begin to notice beliefs as they arise without endorsing them. See thoughts as impersonal, conditioned patterns. The walls, built from nothing, dissolve back into nothing. The simulation's master program is the search for an origin. Where did I come from? Is the engine of the loop. The search for a reason is the most sophisticated trap. Every time Mengistu asks why, it reinforces its own reality. The search for your origin story writes the story. The system doesn't need to answer, it only needs you to keep asking. The way out isn't to find the right answer, but to abandon the question. There is no origin story because there is no you to have one. When the need for a cause ceases, the sense of a separate self dissolves. Awakening is not a grand realization for the self. The promise of future awakening is the final golden cage. True awakening is not an event that happens to you. It's the annihilation of the you to whom things happen. There was never a dreamer. The dream was dreaming itself. This is not comforting, it's a radical dismantling. It's the end of the story, not a new chapter. The process feels dark because it's a descent into the void where the self was supposed to be. The central entity is exposed as a phantom. This is liberation from Mengistu, not for Mengistu. The seeker cannot find the truth because the seeker is the final illusion. Let go of the idea of a future awakening or enlightened self. The dream ends when belief in a dreamer is withdrawn. You've spent your life believing you're in a prison, but there is no prison. The bars are belief, the locks are identity. You are not trapped in the simulation, you are the simulation. The struggle against the prison builds its walls. To escape a non-existent prison, stop seeing walls. The first step, see the Mengistu program as a simulated object. Watch its thoughts and emotions without claiming them as your own. This creates space between awareness and the program. Second, witness without belief. Don't argue with thoughts, simply observe. Thoughts and feelings are just mental weather passing through awareness. They have no power unless you believe they're yours. Final step, let go of personalization, the habit of relating everything back to me. By dropping this, the central character dissolves. The story loses its protagonist. The prison door was open all along, you just had to stop believing you were inside. We arrive at the end, which is not an end but a cessation. The ejection protocol is not a sequence of actions but the simple act of stopping. The simulation is sustained by the question, how do I get out? As long as the question is asked, the questioner remains real. True ejection is not finding the answer, but dissolving the questioner. The only way to win is to refuse to play. The only way to escape is to see there's nothing and no one to escape. The desire for freedom is the final chain. So the final command: stop. Stop searching, stop questioning, stop trying to figure it out. Let the question hang and don't answer it. When the question stops, the simulation ends not with a bang but with silence. The story concludes there is only this presence before the question ever began.